Hey folks, how you doing? Suzy Meadows here. Hey, this is my normal Monday Facebook Live, so thanks for joining me. As you come on, leave a comment and let me know you're joining me and where you're from. This is Suzy Meadows, and I love doing paper crafts. All kinds of different things with paper, stamps, and ink. And especially Stampin' Up! Goodies, I like those. But tonight I'm going to show you a quick and easy treat. It will fit in a card if you want to mail it, or you can just hand it off. It's just a little something that you can give somebody, whether it's your postal carrier, a coworker, a friend, or whatever. And it's really easy to make. I'm going to do the announcements at the end rather than here in the beginning. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move you down. So I'm going to move the camera around. So that means there will be, I'll get up close and personal. So getting you over. Hey, Ruby, glad you're joining me. I'm moving the camera. So, I'm wanting to get it into position here. And I need to double check that I'm actually where I'm supposed to be. So I'm checking my iPad. Yep, it looks like we are. Good. Well, I hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, this is going to be a really quick and easy project. And it's going to be a lot like last time. We're going to use a 6x6 piece of paper. So just want to mention that December 8th is the next and the last face-to-face class here at the Lebanon Library. But I'll give you more details here in a little bit. So, okay, so like I said, this is going to be a 6x6 piece of paper. If you remember last week, we made these double treat pouches. And I showed the template of how to do that. Well, tonight we don't need any tools other than our fingers. But I tell you what, a bone folder is good. So I wanted to show you just a couple. Here is one. Some people call it a diaper fold. And but I'm going to show you how to make this. And then you can decorate it however you want. So, Yep. So that's an example. And I have several others. In fact, I may go ahead and show you. These are just some that I keep as a template. Here's one that I did for Christmas. And I do vendor events. So I put it in our clear envelopes. So those are really easy. And then here is a couple dog treats. They're older, like I said, but I keep them for templates. This was using some retired punches and some different things like that. Hey, Mary Lynn, glad you're joining. I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you forever, woman. I missed you at the holiday bazaar, but this is what we're going to work on. So we're going to start with a piece of 6x6 piece of paper. And I think I want this one. I always have to stop and think, which do I want to show? What's the inside and what's the outside? I want it like this, I think. So, like I said, we don't need any tools for this. But I tell you, my hands, as I get older, they get a little sore. And I don't know about you guys, but Thanksgiving, they did a lot of extra things. So, 6x6 piece of paper, double-sided. And we're just folding it in half. And we're going to fold this over. And there may be a certain, oh dear. Oh, goodness gracious, Marilyn. I hope you're getting better with that accident. I wondered if something was up because it was unusual for me to see you. I hope you're healing. So, okay. So, like I said, half and half. And then we're just going to fold one corner over. And we're going to bring this corner over to the other side. And here. And I'll bring this a little bit closer so you can see. Okay, so this is it, gang. Here it is. We folded it in half, and then I brought a corner over, and I brought the next corner over to there. Now, what holds it is by bringing this piece down. This actually holds it closed. So you do not have to have any adhesives whatsoever, especially if you put a little goodie in there. Now, like on this one, when it has a tea bag, you can put that in a card, and it may be a little bit thick, so you might need extra postage. But it can go through the machine because the machine, they say, bends the card. Let me get a card. They say the machine bends the card so it goes through and it has to be able to bend. Well, this can bend on the inside. It's not going to tear anything up, but it is a little bulky. So you might need extra postage because, I think it's only a 1/4 inch thick your envelope can be. So, but okay, so back to this. Sorry, went off tangent, squirrel. Okay, so this is, I should have timed myself. That didn't take very long at all. And we are going to put a tea bag in here. And if you want this to go down a little bit further, then this has been sitting. So I'm going to move the tea bag to the top, and I'm going to fold these just a little bit, and it fits better. And I have some goodies. I will show you. In fact, let me show you what all fits in there. So, hey, Jennifer, glad you're joining, lady. Good seeing you at the Holiday Bazaar. So, okay, so a tea bag fits in there. Let me get some of these other things. Now, last week I used these waffles. They fit in there really nice. And a Ghirardelli, I think, fits perfectly in there. A Ghirardelli chocolate, that's my favorite to fit in there. But also these little wafers, these are delicious. They also fit. Hey, Marie, glad you're joining. I bet you are on the way to class. So drive safely as you go. Okay, so those are all the things that fit in this little treat. Marie, I'm sure you, hey, Jennifer, I'm sure you have made these before. But now I want to decorate this. This one, I just use punches, and I'll show you which punches. You can also stamp, and I'm actually going to, I don't know if you saw my Facebook post, but I had Thanksgiving here, and as we were finishing dessert, before we went to the comfy couches and TV, I said, gang, I would like you to stamp. You're in a stamper's house, and I just want you to do a little thing. And so they did, and it was so fun watching them do it, and they did very well. So we're going to do something like that. So now this stamp set is retiring, the Penguin Place and the Punch Builder. But this takes very little punch, very little stamping. So there is my penguin base, and then my penguin body. If I get it in here, there we go. That's all we need for this baby. Okay, get these out of the way. Now, I am going to do a little bit of stamping. I want the eyes and the bow tie. Well, I can use the big pad, or I also have these little spots. And these little spots are so handy. These were uninked, and I put ink on them because sometimes I don't know if I want the big pad. And so many times as I get started, I will do this. And also for class or for travel, it is really easy to take these little spots. So there are my eyeballs. And I'm going to use Parakeet Party for the bow tie. And it just goes right there. Now, I wouldn't have had to stamp at all, but since my family, I wanted them to experience the fun of stamping. And so that's why I had them stamp. But if I wanted, I could have just used bling. In fact, I'm going to use, if I wanted, I could have used the blue for the eyes, like the decorative matte dots for the eyes, the nose. And I'm going to use this little rhinestone here. Okay, it does better. Some works with the pokey and others, it works with the putty. The putty it is today. Okay, so my penguin has a nose, and it's funny. Prince, my sister's guy, he wanted a tuxedo, and so he wanted circles for the punch for buttons. So it was fun how creative they were. Now I used these little glue dots that come in the paper pumpkin. Because not everybody is used to using this liquid glue. It's easy, but those of you that used it, you just use a little bit. Well, it was funny. My nephew, one of my nephews, Grantster, he said, he's a senior in college. He said, Aunt Suzy, these glue dots are going to be the death of me. It was so funny. And then his girlfriend she just reached over and just flicked it right off. So it was interesting how different people react to things. Okay, so I've got my penguin. Now I want a little bit of background. And for me, I want to use, I know, shiny, shiny, but I love this vellum, the Snowflake Vellum. And I want to use, it comes in iridescent, or I'm going to use the flocking. And I'm going to use my decorative circle punch. As you guys know, I love my punches. They are my go-to tools because I can get things done quick and fast. So, oops, I want to show the flocking. So, I'm going to, and I think I can just glue them on, but I think I want a little bit of dimension, so I'm going to use just a couple dimensionals. Foam dots, we call them dimensionals. And it's going to give just a little bit of elevation, give a little bit of interest. So we'll flip that over so it's got a solid backing. And there we go. And now I am going to glue him on though. I think the bat. And I don't want any, with vellum, you can see your mechanics. Some adhesives will show below. So I am just going to put the glue where my pink one is. So I'm hiding my mechanics. Put right there. Now, I could put, I'm letting, the glue, it takes a moment and get tacky. So now I could put a Merry Christmas or a tag or something like that, but I'm not going to for this. But I am going to put, oh, here we go. I lost it. So I'm going to put my tea bag in. There we go. And I don't know if you've seen this, but you can get granulated honey packets. So I like putting those in there too. That's just a nice little thing. So there we go. So that was quick and easy, gang. And it took more time to do the decoration than it did to do the actual envelope. So, so we've got that one. We've got that one. Now, let me show you another one that I made. Now, this one, I decided I wanted to stamp. So I used the Hope and Peace because I love these sentiments. And this stamp set's going away, folks. If you want it, grab it. In fact, here in a little bit, I'll show you some of the items that are leaving. But I like tidings of comfort and joy. And what I did, I just stamped out the lasting label punch I used for this, where my sentiment is. And then that pretty blue was, where did I just put it? Oh, here it is. It's the Label Me Lovely. So I'm going to get some extras. Sometimes when I put mats down, I will just punch. You can't see the mat, so I will just punch out the paper. So this is, I'm just layering. This is the Label Me Lovely, and this is the lasting. And if you put it on there just right, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And it's two different punches, but I'm just layering them. So that works good. Okay, so oops, let me get these out of the way now. Okay, gang, I have one last thing, I think, here. I'm looking around my space. I probably blinded you, but I also use the adhesive back stars on this one. So here are 3 of them. Very easy. Like I said, I wouldn't have had to stamp for that one at all. I could have used bling instead and used some ribbon for the bow tie. Here I decided I want a sentiment, and this was just totally punching with the Dear Builder punch. So, gang, these are just really easy ways to do it. So, and like I said, all it used was a 6x6 piece of paper. And that's how you can get these things. I use tea, but we showed you can use all these, and especially Ghirardelli. That is the nice thing. So, okay, gang, I've got some announcements here, but if you have any questions, this is how you can get a hold of me, craftingwithsuzy.stampinup.net. If you have a crafty friend who might like these, you might share this video, and that way they can see how easy it is to make these things. Like I said, I also use them for vendor events, but I like doing it for easy Christmas or just little gifts, just little things. Okay, my next class is, like I said, is December 8th, and it's the last face-to-face class at the Lebanon Library. It's at 3 p.m. or at 5:30, and I need to know by next Monday Monday, which is my Facebook Live, if you're coming, so I can get the packets together. We are going to focus on gift card holders and treat packaging. And so let me know if you're interested in that. And then I also wanted to remind you, if you didn't know, the mini catalog is going bye-bye. And with it, I see my camera is sliding down. It's going bye-bye. And they have released the list of carryover and retiring items. If you want that, let me know. I am going to try to put a newsletter out in the next day or two. But they have got the carryover list of what's sticking around. And then they've got the last chance list. And it ranges, the discounts range from 10% to 60%. And there's dies, stamps, embossing folders, all kinds of things. And of the goodies that I used, this is going bye-bye for sure, along with the stamp set. And I'm thinking it may have been, oh, and this one is actually 60%. But gang, the things to remember, one thing we've learned with all the shipping issues, that they can't, Stampin' Up! Orders way in advance, but they can't always get things. So things run out quickly. And so if you want anything, you grab it first, as soon as you can. And it starts, December 1st is when the last chance list goes. And so also they aren't going to make any more stamps, even though they're local. They are already moving on to the next goodies, which are this one. And this is the mini catalog. It starts in January along with Celebration. Now, if you have purchased from me in the last 6 months, you will automatically get these from me. If you've not purchased, you might consider getting something so I can send these to you free. We can make arrangements, but I'm not going to, run around town delivering. But I am for my customers, those that have purchased. So just keep that in mind. That's how I decide who I can give a catalog to, because I do have to buy them. So, okay, gang. Like I said, I wanted to leave the announcements at the end. But if you have any questions on these projects that we made, you can watch the replay. You're watching the live. If you look up in that corner up there, you'll see the rectangle live button. That knows it's live. Otherwise, you're watching the replay, which is lovely. And I don't delete those, so you can always watch it on Facebook. And I also save it over my YouTube channel. And I've got over 150 videos on the YouTube channel, guys. So you might, when you go over there and look, you might subscribe and also hit the notification button. And so that way you know when I upload videos. So I think that's pretty much it. This is where you can ask questions, craftingwithsuzy.stampinup.net, or you can find my events. That's also where you can RSVP for this class, or you can let me know. And Marilyn, I'll catch up with you about that Penguins and Punch. I'll look to see. But gang, it's been good chatting with you. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving and you are doing well. And I will be back next Monday, which is December 5th. So you guys take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.